You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am thrilled to have you join me on this transformative journey. You see, every day we dive into a powerful conversation about self-discovery, healing, and empowerment. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery, where we believe that loving yourself is the first step to living a fulfilling life. You can expect insightful discussions, practical tips, and inspiring stories. Plus, we occasionally welcome special guests who will share their unique perspectives on self-love and personal growth. So get comfy, grab your favorite beverage, and let's embark on this journey together. Because it's time to embrace the beautiful person that you are. So let's elevate our lives one episode at a time. Now let's get started. All right, my beautiful people, well, welcome to Transfer Tuesday here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks. And as we continue our powerful March journey of letting go, releasing limited beliefs, today I am sharing a very profound and personal realization that came to me this weekend, one that is truly unfolding in real time. So, I've been very open with you all about my health challenges these past few weeks and the vertigo that has been disrupting my life, the fatigue in the moments when my body seems to be speaking to me in a language that I am just beginning to understand. Well, this weekend brought me to a deeper layer of that conversation with my body, one that I believe that is directly connected to our theme of letting go of what no longer serves us. Well, before we dive into this truly deep and transformative episode, let's take a quick break, all right? It's your girl, the Goddess, Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back.
Washington Wellness Institute focuses on healing always. For me, if I look good, then I feel good. If I feel good, then I share the good. If I share the good, then I celebrate the good. If I celebrate the good, then I live the good. So I can be paid to be my greatest. But I have to learn the good to be the good.
So, what does it take to be the greatest? It's as simple as a free 15-minute consultation. Be kind to yourself and heal always.
Hey, it's your girl, the Goddess, Nyomi Banks, and make sure you tune in every Thursday night to Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything from love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more. We're bridging the gap between them all, and we even talk about spiritual uplifting. You need to stop by. Me and Dr. Mike, as well as the BTG crew. We have some amazing guests that come through. You never know. Just make sure you tune in Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to AskNyomi.com and tell them Nyomi sent you. All right, beautiful people. Before we dive into this resolution, let's ground ourselves with a meditation that helps us to tune into our body's wisdom. The messages that are often whispered beneath the noise of our everyday thinking. So I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. And I want you to release it slowly through your mouth. I want you to feel your body settling into this moment. Now place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Feel that gentle rise and fall of your breath. The steady rhythm of your heartbeat. This living tempo this body that carries you through life. It holds wisdom beyond what your mind alone can assess. Now, with curiosity and compassion, bring your awareness to any part of your body that feels uncomfortable, that feels tense, or is asking for your attention. This discomfort isn't your enemy. It's a messenger with information for you. Now I want you to ask this area of your body, what are you trying to tell me? What do you need? And what are you ready to release? Simply listen without judgment. Your body speaks its own language, sometimes through sensations, sometimes through intuitive knowing, sometimes through emotions that arise. And whatever comes, receive it with gratitude. Now take one more deep breath in, drawing in clarity and wisdom. And as soon as you release it, I want you to affirm silently, I listen to the wisdom of my body. I am ready to release what no longer serves me. And when you are ready, please open your eyes. All right, my beautiful people, well, welcome back. First of all, I want to thank you for just sharing that moment with me. And if you're new here to the Season of Self-Love podcast, that's something we do every day, Monday through Friday. You know, I want to share something vulnerable with you all and something that I'm still processing myself. This weekend, my health took me on quite a journey, one that I believe contains a profound message about letting go. Well, Sunday started off beautifully for me. I took my morning wellness shot that I created for my new YouTube series, Wellness with Nyomi, The Natural Glow Up. I made me a nice protein smoothie. And I even took my beautiful, sweet little Zara, my Pomeranian, for a lovely 3-mile walk in a park. And it felt good. I felt good. I felt energized. I felt connected to my body. But then as I was driving home, fatigue set in. I started to feel fatigued. Luckily, I only live a few blocks away. I thought maybe I needed more food. So when I got home, I made me a nice little breakfast burrito. I took my vitamins, and I even prepared Sunday dinner. But also, I was determined to keep filming for my wellness series. I still had another shot to complete for the shots. But that was mine. I was like, okay, we're going to do this, and then we're going to lay it down. Then my legs became heavy. But then all of that, when my legs got heavy, then it just felt like it was some pain that was working up my body that slowly crept up to my chest and then to my head. And I had no choice but to lie down. Remember a couple of weeks ago when I said that I had to listen to my body? So I went right on over to the family room and I surrendered my body because it was demanding me to sit down. Now, as I'm laying on the couch, I'm exhausted despite doing everything right. The wellness shots, the exercises, the healthy food, the vitamins. And then a realization came to me. Just earlier that week, I had an amazing meeting with an intuitive medical practitioner, Miss Darlene Van de Graaff. Remember, I interviewed her probably a little bit over a month ago. And she's offered her service to me for free. We shared an intimate conversation after a recorded show. And she told me once after I go see my neurologist that she would love to gift me with her services for free. And so it took me a minute to get back to her, and I did. And I told her, my vertigo has triggered again. I'm quite not sure what's going on. My doctor, um, he actually gave me a prescription but also um, made arrangements for me to get 2 more MRIs. He didn't have any answers for me, but I tell the whole story later in my wellness center that I was truly, um, I'm truly not comfortable with the doctors that I have. Part of me feel like they have ignored um, some of the things that I'm explaining to them, what is happening to my body, what is happening to me. And it's like, it's just we're going to sweep it under the rug and I'm just going to give you some medication and that's it. But what I did forget that I hadn't shared with her when I spoke with her earlier that week is that I had breast implants for over 20 years. My first set of implants I got in 2003, right after I had my second baby. And probably like 6 months later, I had my first pair of implants. Then fast forward about 7 years, or 6 or 7 years later in 2009, I had gotten a new pair of implants. All right. So now here's the thing.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Just last year, before I was diagnosed with vertigo, I had been contemplating on having my breast implants removed. There was this subtle knowing, this whispering from my body just telling me that something wasn't right, just the way I was feeling, everything that I was feeling. And at first I was confused. I thought it could have been premenopause or, all of these things. And then I said, hold on. Then it could be this. It could be breast implant illness. And I have been following this breast illness page for quite some time, for quite a few years, because I thought about it once before, but I was still kind of active in the industry. And so I didn't want to do that. That was actually a part of my body. That was part of my branding, was that. So when I was diagnosed with vertigo and I knew I was having my migraines, I kind of pushed that aside. And I kind of rationalized it away, well, no, that couldn't be it. Well, this is what they said it was, vertigo. And so, I did everything that I was supposed to do. And here I am now. So as I lay there on Sunday, I'm feeling like my body didn't want to be here. And then it all connected. We've been talking about synchronicity from the beginning of this year. And yet here's another one for me. The theme of our month, letting go of what no longer serves us, suddenly became physically real for me. My implants, they no longer serve me. In fact, they may even be contributing to my health challenges that I've been experiencing. So when I look up everything in all of the different things that's happening to my body and how I'm feeling, these are signs that it can definitely be breast implants illness. And something like that is very hard for them to detect. It's not even legally a name or anything like that, or it's not at all. So when I thought about that this past weekend, I was like, wow. But then on Monday morning, when I sat at my altar and I prayed, asking God for guidance and confirmation about what had been feeling all along, and I realized something profound, that sometimes the things that we need to let go aren't just beliefs or relationships or items in our closet, but that sometimes they're literally part of our physical being. You see, this realization had me thinking deeply about why I got the implants in the first place, about the beliefs why I held 20 years ago about beauty, about worth, and about what my body should look like. I mean, these wasn't just a cosmetic choices. These were physical manifestation of beliefs that I had about myself. So when we talk about limited beliefs, we often focus on the thoughts in our head that I'm not enough, or I have to be perfect stories that we tell ourselves, right? But sometimes those beliefs becomes literally embodied. They become a part of our physical reality. So yesterday on our Mindset Monday episode with Dr. Will talked about how mindfulness helps us to stay present and to notice what's happening in the here and now. He said something powerful. He said, we've never been asked about our input. And so it's hard to kind of really reel that back in and find the value in that. So I've been thinking about that in relations to my body. For years, I was focused on the output, on how my body looked and what it could do and how it was perceived by others. But I wasn't tuning into the input of what my body was trying to tell me, the wisdom that it was trying to share. And then it made me think about my tomorrow's episode with Miss Denise Lee, which is a raw and powerful conversation tomorrow, where she talks about how we often accept false narratives about ourselves without even realizing it. The beliefs about beauty and femininity that led me to get my implants 20 years ago. Were they truly mine? Or were there societal expectations that I absorbed and then made a part of my own physical being? Now, as I've been on this journey of self-love, I've worked so hard to release limited beliefs about who I am and what I am capable of. I've been clearing spaces in my mind, in my heart, and in my home. But there was this physical aspect that I hadn't fully addressed until my body made it impossible to ignore. And I share this not because I have all the answers or because I've made my final decision, but because I believe there's wisdom here for all of us. Our body often knows what needs to be released long before our mind catch up. So what does this mean for you? If you don't have implants or aren't facing similar health challenges, I believe there's a universal message here about listening to our body's wisdom. You see, our body's constantly communicating with us. But the question is, are we listening? Are we creating space to receive those messages? Or are we drowning them out with busyness, with rationalization, with pushing through? Well, here are 3 practices that have helped me tune into my body wisdom this weekend, and practicing that it might help to identify what your body is ready to release. And so the first is the body scan pause. And I believe Miss Darlene spoke about it, and I had a few other people that talked about it. But throughout your day, especially when you feel discomfort or fatigue, pause and scan your body from head to toe. I want you to notice where you're holding tension, where your energy feels blocked, and where this discomfort. Don't try to fix anything, just notice with curiosity. And then second, the way behind the what, the why behind the what. When you make choices about your body, what you eat, what you wear, how you move, changes you make, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Is it truly for my well-being, or am I trying to meet an external expectation? And then the last one is the sacred no. Practicing to say no to the things that your body resists, even if your mind thinks you should do them. Your body often knows what you need better than your racing thoughts. You see, I believe the true self-love includes listening to our body's wisdom, even when, especially when it's challenging, and it challenges our long-held beliefs about who we are and how we should be in this world. You see, this is it about judgment. And I don't regret my implants or even see them as a mistake. They were a part of my journey. They were part of what I needed at that time in my life. But just as we outgrow beliefs, we can outgrow physical choices that we've made. You see, we can recognize when something that once served us is now holding us back from our fullest expression. And honestly, that's really what letting go is about. Not rejecting our past choices, but honoring that we're constantly evolving. What served us yesterday might not serve us tomorrow. So when we listen deeply enough, our bodies tell us what's ready to be released. So my season of self-lovers, I don't know yet where this realization will lead me, but I'm still in prayer. And I'm still seeking guidance. I'm still listening to what my body is trying to tell me. But I know this. When our body speaks this clearly, there is wisdom, and I'm paying attention. You see, this journey of letting go is not just a mental or emotional, it's physical too. The limited beliefs that we held can become literally embodied. And sometimes releasing them may making changes to our physical reality. I've always believed in sharing my journey with you all in real time and not waiting until I have already figured it out. Not presenting a polished version of my transformation, but inviting you into the messy and the beautiful process of my growth as it happens. So if you want to do this, here's a Transform Tuesday assignment for you all. Do a body wisdom journal. Set aside about 10 minutes today and just sit quietly with your body and ask it, what do you need me to know right now? What are you ready to release? And write down whatever comes without filtering or judging. Then do a physical inventory. Look at one aspect of your physical life, your wardrobe, your home, your daily routines, even the modifications that you made to your body, and ask yourself, does this still serve who I am becoming? Does this support my highest vision of myself? And then give yourself a sacred permission. Give yourself permission to release one thing that your body is telling you no longer serves you. It might be a habit. It might be food that doesn't feel good. It might be a style of clothing that constricts you, or even something bigger. But trust that your body knows. I want you to remember this. I want you to remember that this process is deeply personal. And what needs to be released from me may be completely different from what needs to be released from you. But the key is to creating the space to listen, the courage to hear, and the self-compassion to respond with love. And our year Rebirth Workbook has powerful exercises connecting with your body's wisdom. And I want you to use alongside these practices to deepen your journal of letting go. And tomorrow on our Wisdom Wednesday, you will hear from Denise G. Lee as we explore letting go of limited beliefs for transformation. Her insights of recognizing false narratives we accepted about ourselves align beautifully with today's exploration of body wisdom. So until then, I want you to remember your body has been with you since first breath. It knows you in ways that your mind cannot. So when it speaks, listen. It might be telling you exactly what you need to let go of to step into your fullest expression. Again, I thank you all for continuing to join me on this journey in being a loyal listener here on the Season of Self-Love. It's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks. Have an amazing day. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovering and empowerment here at the Season of Self-Love podcast. Remember, embracing self-love is a continuous journey, and we're so glad to have you with us. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave us a review. And don't forget to join our community on Facebook at Season of Self-Love. Connect with like-minded individuals who are also on their self-love journey. Now, if you have any questions or topics that you'd like for us to explore, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at seasonofselflove@gmail.com and let your voice be heard. So until next time, take a moment for yourself today and remember, you are worthy of love, joy, and all the beautiful things that life has to offer.